Imagine a world where humanity is divided into three distinct spiritual classes, each tied to the depths of the soul's evolution. This isn't a modern theory. It's an ancient idea buried within one of history's most controversial texts, the Tripartite Tractate. Once banned by the Catholic Church and hidden away for centuries, this Gnostic manuscript from the Valentinian sect dares to challenge everything you thought you knew about human nature and reality itself. What secrets lie within these forbidden pages? And why was it considered so dangerous? Stick around as we uncover the mysteries and revelations that have perplexed historians and theologians for generations. It claims that humanity falls into three categories: Hilix, the materialists; psychics, the thinkers; and Pneumatics, those enlightened in spirituality. This story raises an intriguing question. Which type do we belong to? Can we recognize the people around us and understand which category they fall into? Among these rediscovered types, the existence of works like the Tripartite Tractate reveals a profound truth. In ancient times, spiritual knowledge and understanding were not confined to a single perspective. Despite being dismissed and banned by the Church, these texts continue to spark curiosity and inspire discussions on human nature and the evolution of the soul. Today, let's dive deep into this fascinating topic together. I dedicated 5 hours to create this video, so take just 5 seconds to like it, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you enjoy this discussion, please share it to help spread knowledge further. The Tripartite Tractate is a Gnostic text attributed to the Valentinian tradition. It is believed to have been written in the second half of the 3rd century or the 4th century, though it most likely derives from an earlier Greek version. This text is the second longest in the Nag Hammadi library. It is the 5th treatise of the first codex, known as the Jung Codex, and stands as one of the foundational texts of the Gnostic tradition, a religious and philosophical movement that thrived in the early centuries of the Common Era. Interestingly, the text does not carry a title. Instead, it was named Tripartite Tractate because the ancient scribe divided the manuscript using decorative marks at 2 points, effectively splitting the treatise into 3 sections. The first section delves into the relationship between the Father, the Logos, the Church, and the Aeons. The second section presents the Gnostic creation narrative, where humanity is created by the demiurge, blending both spiritual and material natures. The third section outlines the Savior's role in salvation. As highlighted earlier, the Tripartite Tractate, a crucial Gnostic text discovered in Egypt in 1945, categorizes humanity into 3 distinct groups: Hilix, psychics, and Pneumatics. Each category represents a unique level of understanding and spiritual connection to the divine and reality. Let's now delve deeper into the specifics of each group. Attachment to the material world and tangible reality defines the existence of the Hilix. For the Hilix, all focus and desire primarily revolve around satisfying basic needs, such as food, safety, and physical comfort. They are described as being innately unaware of spiritual aspects or the deeper dimensions of reality. Their lives are governed by survival instincts and dominated by material urges. A Helic individual concentrates on wealth, power, fame, and the pleasures of everyday life without reflecting on the deeper meaning or purpose of existence. In Gnostic thought, Hilix are considered to be asleep in the illusory reality of the material world. They are seen as heavily influenced by ego and desires, living their lives oblivious to the existence of the spiritual realm or the higher purpose of being. A common belief in Gnosticism is that Hilix cannot free themselves from the cycle of reincarnation. This is attributed to their inability to overcome attachment to materialism and their lack of desire for enlightenment. The Hilix live in a reality where material possessions are central to their identity. They tend to measure success and self-worth by the accumulation of wealth, social status, and worldly achievements. This often leads to a competitive, rivalry-driven lifestyle in which happiness is gauged by material standards rather than spiritual values. Some Gnostic texts view this attachment to the material world as a form of spiritual slavery. In this state, individuals are bound in a vicious cycle of desire and suffering. Their fixation on materialism not only blinds them to the deeper truths of life, but also hinders their spiritual growth. making it exceedingly difficult for them to escape the cycle of worldly existence. Gnosticism views Hilix with a mix of pity and criticism. While they are seen as unawakened and in need of guidance toward higher awareness, their complete domination by materialism makes them unlikely to recognize their divine nature. However, some Gnostic thinkers maintain that everyone, including Hilix, has the potential for awakening. This requires a profound shift in consciousness and a willingness to transcend their limitations. Those who live solely for instinct, material satisfaction, and the ego have not yet perceived the true reality that lies beyond the tangible. Enlightenment comes only when they step out of the darkness of desire. Though the view of Hilix originates from an ancient tradition, it remains relevant in modern society. The societal pressures to accumulate wealth, focus on material success, and constantly compare oneself to others are manifestations of a Hilix mindset on a larger scale. This underscores the importance of balancing material and spiritual life in the quest for true meaning and fulfillment. In contrast, the psychics group in Gnosticism represents those who have moved beyond total attachment to the material world but have not yet achieved full enlightenment. They are aware that life has a spiritual dimension and often engage in religious or philosophical practices to find meaning. However, psychics remain caught between the ego and external rules, which prevent them from accessing the deepest truths of the divine. Psychics often live in conflict, torn between the material and spiritual worlds. They recognize that something greater exists beyond tangible reality, but they struggle to overcome the illusions and constraints imposed by their analytical intellect. To progress toward higher enlightenment, psychics must let go of mental barriers and immerse themselves in genuine spiritual experiences. In the modern world, psychics are often deep thinkers, sensitive to moral issues and the search for meaning. Yet, they can still be influenced by material pressures. They possess the potential for enlightenment if they are willing to transcend the ego and embrace their higher spiritual nature. According to Gnosticism, this journey is the key to awakening and discovering the true purpose of existence. To escape the cycle of the mundane world, the Pneumatics represent the highest level in the spiritual hierarchy of Gnosticism. These individuals have achieved complete enlightenment and the deepest understanding of their divine nature. Pneumatics recognize their inseparable connection with God or the Supreme Source and live in absolute harmony between spirit and being. Unlike the Hilix, who are bound by materialism, and the psychics, who are torn between mind and spirit, Pneumatics have transcended all earthly limitations and illusions. They perceive life not merely as a sequence of physical events, but as a spiritual journey with the ultimate goal of returning to the divine source. Pneumatics understand and experience the truth that the deepest essence of humanity is divine, and that all things are expressions of a single, unified reality. They are described as awakened beings, freed from the cycle of reincarnation and all earthly illusions. Unlike those who seek truth through theory or ritual, Pneumatics live in accordance with nature and wisdom. They clearly perceive the interconnectedness of all things in the universe. Gnostic texts describe Pneumatics as individuals capable of absorbing the divine light within themselves and deeply connecting with the highest being. In the modern world, Pneumatics are seen as individuals who have attained spiritual freedom, overcoming fear and material ambition. They embody profound peace and unwavering faith in the divinity of all things. Their presence inspires others, reminding them that enlightenment is not a distant goal, but a potential already within everyone, waiting to be realized when they turn inward and seek the truth. A 2023 global survey revealed that more than 56% of people, despite having money, work, and homes, still feel empty. This emptiness arises because they are caught in materialism, pursuing temporary pleasures that ultimately leave a void. The Hilix, living in a whirlwind of consumption without understanding the deeper purpose of life, are evidence of this imbalance. Without self-awareness, one may spend a lifetime chasing meaningless goals. According to Gnostic teachings, those trapped in materialistic thinking risk never advancing on their spiritual journey, leading to confusion and inner collapse. In contrast, Pneumatics focus on enlightenment, finding peace and purpose in life. They understand that intangible values such as love, wisdom, and connection hold the true meaning of existence. Hypnotist Dolores Cannon, through her work on past life regression, emphasized that the soul's journey goes far beyond materialism. Many of her clients found peace upon realizing that life is not just about wealth or status. Are you caught up in the material world like a Hilix, or are you searching for deeper meaning like a psychic? Understanding the three types of people, Hilix, psychics, and Pneumatics, helps you reflect on your own spiritual path. The Gnostic framework teaches that humans are not confined to a fixed state. Life is like a ladder. You may begin with material attachments, progress to becoming a psychic, and with effort and deeper questioning, reach the enlightened state of a Pneumatic, someone fully awakened and at peace. Thank you for joining me on this fascinating journey into the mysteries of Gnosticism and the transformative power of small choices. Remember, the path to a deeper spiritual connection is always within your reach. You only need to take the first step. If today's video sparked your curiosity about the Gnostic tradition, let me ask you, what steps can you take right now to move closer to your true purpose? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to Historical Owl and hit the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss our upcoming explorations into the mysteries of spirituality, God, and the hidden truths of the past. Stay curious, stay inspired, and remember, the truth may be hidden, but it's never lost. See you in the next video, and until then, may your path be guided by wisdom and light. Thanks for watching.